So we are live.
Okay, call to order the Town of Porter Stormwater Management Board meeting Tuesday, January 27th. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Call to order, we'll move on to roll call.
Mr. Lopez?
Here.
Mr. Helmuth?
Here. We do not have Mitch, therefore we will postpone the appointment of officers and secretary until the following meeting, or can we take care of the secretary at least?
Yeah, we can retain. Let's see, Mitch has said, Mitch is gonna be here. He said he's 3 minutes down the road.
Okay.
Okay.
It don't matter. Can we move it to the end?
Yeah. Well,
It's up to you guys.
it's not gonna be that long, so if you can
Yeah.
wait if you want. Okay.
Did you wanna wait?
Yeah, we'll wait a couple of minutes.
Pause the meeting?
Either or, whatever.
Sounds like Mitch
That
now.
must be Mitch.
Nope.
Nope. Hey. Took a pause. Hey, Eric, did you see the guardrail yet? Eric, did you see the guardrail?
Yes, I did.
Look okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just does what we need to do and
It looks
gets taken
better-
out.
It looks better in person than when you try to photograph it.
Oh yeah.
The curve.
If it gets taken out, it's because we've saved somebody,
Yeah.
saved a trailer.
Yeah. They did a nice job on it. Install. Still not Mitch.
No, and I don't know, we should probably do something being we are live.
Yeah, you might as
All
well.
right, we'll move on to,
And just come back to that.
yeah, we'll just come back to when Mitch gets here
Okay.
then. So we'll move on to approval of minutes, I guess, yeah.
Sure. If we need to. Okay. Let's go through the December 23rd meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Then I'll make a second. So we have a motion and a second. Do we have any questions? No questions. Let's have a vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes. We will move on to the next item, which will be the approval of accounts payable claim document.
I'll make a motion to approve the accounts payable claim docket.
I will second the motion to approve the accounts payable claim docket. So we have a motion and a second. Do we have any questions? I don't have any questions.
Nope.
No questions. Let's have a vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That passes. Moving on to the treasurer's report.
The beginning balance, beginning of the year, was $214,600.47. Revenue year-to-date was $4,831.71. Disbursements year-to-date was $25,473.39. Balance beginning of the month was $214,600.47. Current balance is $193,958.79.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Move on to the MS4 permit update.
And it- Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Are you good? Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Julia Carrillo. I'm a stormwater specialist with Butler, Fairman, and Suffolk. My job is to help the town with its MS4 permit and implementation. My coworker Megan Bolliard was actually here just last month and gave a report, so I don't have a ton of new information to report on, but I will read through what I do have noted, and I'll try to keep it brief just in case Megan touched on some of this already. So last month, we did the annual employee training for municipal staff. That was on December 3rd. We had good participation and engagement. We asked questions. The people, they answered questions. We had some communication, which is what we like to see, just active participation and engagement rather than just, people sitting there nodding off. We want to make sure that they're leaving with information that they can take back with them and apply to their jobs. So we thought the event was successful. Michael also successfully completed his own 12 hours of training he's required to get every year. Those hours are broken up between different MCMs, and he was able to finish that for the 2025 permit year. With the conclusion of 2025, wrapped up permit year 4 for the MS4 permit. So now we're on to permit year 5, which is the final year for the permit term. At the end of the year, ITEM should be issuing a new MS4 permit. And that leads us kind of into our outlook for this year. Since 2025 is wrapped up, we're working on the annual report for the 2025 permit year. We've began this. It's a lot of data collection from Michael and from Public Works and Parks. And more so than that, it's a lot of making sure that all of your documentation and tracking is in order, because if we submit your MS4 report and it says everything's done, you need to be able to back that up. If ITEM were to come back and ask for proof, or if there was an audit, you need to have all your tracking in order for that. That is due on April 1st, and we're well set to have that complete by that deadline. With that, with the last year of the permit term being this year, any items in the MS4 permit that are required once per permit term need to be completed this year as well. So those items include dry weather outfall and conveyance screening. This is done by Public Works staff, and we believe they're on track to complete this. Last year, we actually had a training event where we taught them how to properly complete this conveyance and outfall screening, so that should be good. Outfall mapping is another requirement, which Michael has been doing and should be set for this year as well. And then the last item is post-construction BMP inventory and inspection. So this is your post-construction stormwater measures like detention ponds and aqua swirls. We need to have a completed inventory of these and make sure that they're all inspected at least once this year. So this hasn't completely been done yet. We're still working on the inspections, but that item is listed on our new agreement, so we will be ready to support Michael with that goal. Other than that, we will just be, with this continuing agreement, helping with the normal annual report, or annual requirements that we typically help with. And that is all I have. Does anybody have any questions?
Do the retention ponds, do they need to be inspected every year?
It's once per permit term, so once every 5 years at least, but since we're at year 5, they all need to be completed. Any other questions?
Those outfalls for the third item that you mentioned, is we gonna be taking care of that?
They're inspecting the ones that we have listed. I'm updating the list. So I went over that with Megan last week. And
That's,
we're redoing the list because it's not quite complete. And some of the outfalls they have listed aren't really outfalls.
that's only town-owned ones, right?
Hmm?
Only
Only
town-owned
town outfalls.
Yep.
So there's
on
a few that
ponds.
drop off and a few that get added, and we were at 17 before, so we're a little bit higher than.
Is that third item, you said from ponds only?
It's for any
Yeah.
post-construction measures, so mostly your ponds, yes.
Okay,
Yeah, I have a list of the
I was
ponds
gonna say, would,
that I can send everybody, but we're creating a form for the inspections.
when you say post-construction, since this is the first time we've done it, we have to do a baseline?
Mm-hmm.
Is that, okay, that's how I would take that.
So that's every pond, that's private ponds and the ones the town maintains, it's all of them together. So you've got, Porter Cove has a pond, it's dry all the time, but it's one of the ones that
That's,
is maintained mostly by the HOA, and they maintain that one, so.
right,
Summer Tree, same thing, Trailer Transit has a pond, I don't think we've ever looked at it, but we're gonna inspect that.
Those
So
are-
that's part of the, we're inspecting them though,
but those
Yeah,
are,
I'll be doing the inspections,
Okay.
yeah.
that's what I was gonna
So-
ask, so it includes private and,
Yeah, we've got, Megan sent over some good examples of forms. I just have to take some of that and create a town form, and then we'll do the
are
inspection.
you posing that onto the HOAs that own those to do in coordination with them?
Yeah,
Or you,
I just have to put it together and start on it when it gets spring.
Markovich would be another
Yeah,
example?
and he hasn't finished his yet, but yeah,
Yeah,
same thing.
So,
That's one of them, yeah. Or Yoast has 3 of them now.
for the school,
Yeah,
yep.
so those are new, but, there's like, I don't know, total like 30 ponds, you just don't notice them. There's
Okay, so it's,
a lot of ponds.
so it's all ponds,
Yeah,
all detention areas.
yeah. So the town has the one at Indian Springs, they have the other park, so we have the one on the, Brickyard,
Yep,
that counts, yeah, it's a pond, so.
that's fair. I just want to get a clear understanding of that, so that's a new one, so I appreciate it. Thank you, I don't have anything further.
No.
thank you.
Thank you. We'll move on to the next item, public comments.
Anybody? Nobody?
Okay, we'll move on to reports by Michael Berry.
In the December, or November meeting, Friends of Porter came and they asked to reduce their ERUs, or recalculate their ERUs. So I recalculated those. We were billing them 48 ERUs per month. Per our current calculation, per our current ordinance, recalculating it comes out to 23.64 ERUs. We talked to Corinne and she said, you know, if we want to approve that, we can go ahead and approve that. If we want to approve it back to the last billing cycle, that would be what date again, Tammy?
October
October.
16th.
So we could do that if we'd like.
That would change it for this bill that's out now. Otherwise, it won't take effect until the March bill goes out.
Yeah. And that's based on the fact they tore down the water park, took most of the impervious area out a few years ago.
When did they take ownership?
They just bought it in October, so,
So that's
That's
their
why
whole,
they're
that's their
asking.
whole bill then?
yeah. Yeah. So that's up to you guys if you want to go back to October.
Is the calculation correct? Because I was literally just reading
I have a spreadsheet where you just plug in the numbers and it spits out the answer, so it's just changing the.
What it is.
It just changes the impervious area calculation and gives you,
Right,
so it
it's
cuts it in
not-
half, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's fair, that stuff's gone, it's not there, so. Yeah, based on that.
Are they planning on doing anything with that property anytime soon?
Yeah, they're gonna develop that, they're looking for developers.
Okay, do you know what kind of development they're looking for? Like housing or?
It sort of could be anything.
Could be anything?
Could be hotel, could be housing, could be business, it's just what's the best fit and
Okay.
who wants to help. But
I don't know the dollar amount, it's gonna be half. I think it's about $700.
How much are we talking?
Right now, it's $576. If you take it down to the 24 that he's recommending, it'll be $288.
$1,000, $500 a month.
2 months.
That's 2 months, yeah. Those are about monthly bills, so,
It's, and you're saying that the calculation is incorrect because it's based upon the previous
it was never,
surface?
it was never changed from when they had
they did the.
removed all the equipment and concrete and all that, it just never got changed.
I don't know if the ponds on that property were even sized to handle pervious or impervious sizes either, though. They're drainage, but it's not like we're gonna,
They were designed to handle, there's two. One was designed to clean the water from the pools, and then that fed to another pond, small pond by Waverly, and then that dumped into the ditch. So
Right.
basically, that whole site is grass at this point, so,
I'm,
for a small area.
I'm okay with going forward, but not going back.
What is this, is there a specific ask that they're making, that
Yeah,
they go back to October?
They asked to go back to October, and they
October?
asked to reduce it to what the calculation.
Wait, I agree it's impervious, so they shouldn't be held to the previous calc, so I'm,
Yeah.
you know, I'm fair with that.
What does the town usually do in situations like this? Like if,
I think
They
it's
have to
usually
come
just going
petition.
forward. We
Just
don't
going
usually-
forward,
I
do you-
don't think we've.
Usually it's going forward. Yeah.
Right.
okay,
Just
Yeah.
like when, for example, Eric got his,
Yeah.
Your lots
Generally-
combined.
combined his
still
lots,
it's
instead of
going
his
forward, yeah.
two stormwater bills, he has one because his lots are combined.
yeah.
So we didn't go back,
Yeah, we're not gonna go backwards.
you know, we just still going forward
Okay,
again.
that's fine
right.
by me.
I tried to go backwards with my own personal property.
So I make a motion to, is it all right if I make a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to,
I'll make the motion, you're the president
Go ahead.
still. I'll make a motion to approve the reduction in the stormwater fees based on your recalculating, but to just move forward with the next billing cycle. The reduction will take place and the current one will stand.
I'll second that motion. So we have a motion. Let me read my notes here. We have a motion and a second. Do you have any questions?
Nope.
Let's have a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That passes.
Super. Let's see, where was I at? No update yet on the Lake Michigan Coastal Grant. They're having some issue getting their paperwork together. Still waiting on that one. North Bailey, we did a punch list walkthrough on the 7th, sent that out to Dyer and to Global Engineers. Basically, it's the two large grates were on there. They installed those this morning. I haven't been back to check them after we just basically talked about where to put them and did that, and then I left. They have to put a new inlet at the corner of Fleming and South Bailey. I gave them a spec for that. That's the one that's sticking up too high in Gemma's yard. So they'll take the casting off, the 4-inch casting, and it's just like the ones we use on Carlson Corners that sit flat on the ground. The rest of the punch list is basically fill the ruts. There's 2 sinkholes. fill in the, along the road at Ballard and Waverly, there's some shoulder work, they gotta do that first structure by Markovich's Pond, they have to finish that all off. Reseed where needed, stuff like that. So it's a lot of landscaping, there's a tree missing. They're gonna take care of that as soon as the weather breaks, and then, we'll reseed the ditch and anything that didn't really grow, cause the seed got put in so late it didn't germinate. Everything's holding up really nicely, other than where people have driven in the grass, so. So that's their work. The guardrail's done. I haven't got the invoice yet, but should be getting that shortly. I think that turned out nice. It's protects where it needs to. It's not too close to the road. Looks like it looks really nice. Markovich's Pond, he has the materials ordered. He was gonna get ready to put it in, and then the weather went back downhill. So as soon as it warms up a little bit, we'll get that stuff put in and finish it. He did put his erosion control and whatnot in there, sort of, not to my total liking, but it's in there.
Sort of, that's a good way to put it, Mike.
Yes, it is a good way to put it. And then they kind of messed it up again with the trusses. They got most of those up on the roof, but not all of them, so I'll go back there in the next couple of days when he gets the trusses out of the way and make sure he gets that finished. Although it's not our project, but it's still part of it.
Are we holding money back on that payment to Dyer on that one?
So Dyer? Yeah, so Dyer, by law, they changed the law, we're allowed to hold 3%. So right now, it's a little more than that, so they can bill us up to the 3%, and then we'll have the legal withholding for the rest of it. They just didn't bill us yet, which has been nice of them, but I think it's like 75 grand or something at this point. So they can bill us for part of that, and then we'll be all set. I'm starting on the list for what's gonna be in the master plan. Just kind of started on that a little bit. I talked to Eric about it once, but I'll send that over to everybody to look at. We can kind of mash that out before we get to the point of actually hiring somebody to finish start on the master plan. What was I thinking of? Oh, yeah, that's it. That's about it for,
Mike, on
go ahead.
Carlson Corners, on, I guess we'd call it phase 2 part.
Yeah.
So have you notified the people that are,
I started to put all that together. We have one of the neighbors. There's an issue with I don't know what it is. There's bankruptcy, I guess. So
Sheriff's sale.
yeah, sheriff's sale. So before I get too far involved in that, I want to see what happens with that.
one of those houses going on sheriff's sale?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'll get that tied up shortly. I have been talking to Great Lakes about phase 2, but at this point, I don't want to start working on anything until we get that resolved. There's 2 fences and there's 3 properties. One's the 2 fences in the shed, or fence and a shed, and the other one's 2 pieces of fence. So kind of lost the weather, so I'm trying to time that better with telling them to move something when they actually can. But yeah, that's on the radar.
Mike, can you, for public record, give a brief synopsis of the December storm,
Yeah.
Markovich's,
Yeah,
and
so
how
that
it
was,
performed and what were the causes that we ended up
so
finding out?
right before New Year's, was it 28th? I think it was Sunday. We got about 3.1 inches of rain in a pretty short period of time. And my roaming reporter, Eric Helmuth, happened to be driving by and notified me that the Waverly side was all backed up. So John Seacrest went out from Public Works and found a big piece of house wrap stuck down on top of the grate. And once that was removed, it all drained. The massive amount of water that we had stayed within the sewer and the ditches, which blew my mind, to be honest with you. It's not designed for that much water, but it stayed in the ditches, and I mean, it performed spectacular. I was really impressed with how that performed, given that that's more water than it's designed for. And if that hadn't happened, it wouldn't flood it anywhere. So
We had no reports of houses.
Nothing. Yeah, all the way along the route, all the water was off the road and within the pipe. So typically the corner of Fleming and South North Bailey, that intersection would be underwater. And there wasn't any water there on the road. And we've got video and lots of pictures, so.
Yep.
It worked great.
The water actually,
Carlson Corners worked really well, and there wasn't any water on the road. So all that seemed to have performed really, really nicely. We're still, and since you reminded me, we're still trying to get the guy who bought the Porter Ridge Pond to respond. Because at this point, I can't do anything until I get him to respond. He did receive my certified letter, but he didn't respond. I'm gonna send him another letter. Try and get that fixed.
appreciate it.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Old business?
Nothing.
No old business? New business?
We actually have 3 contracts.
Three had more than,
It's just, everybody flooded in a little late, and we'd already sent this out. So we've got Aben Marsh, local engineers, and then we have the Butler, Fairman, Seifert, MS4 agreement. All have been reviewed by the attorney, and all of the requested comments have been picked up.
Global.
Yeah, all of them are.
well, we'll have Marsh and
Yep.
I'll make a motion to approve the three contracts for Butler Fairman, Global, and Avon Marsh for the 2026 year.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any further questions? Do not have any further questions. To have a vote, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And then, last item, we'll move back to the appointment of officers and secretary. I'll make a motion to make Bill the president.
I'll second. Yeah. Sorry.
Do you have to have a vote on that?
I think so, don't we, Tammy?
Right. A motion second, all in favor say aye.
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 I'll make a motion, thank you. I'll make a motion to have Eric serve as vice president.
I'll second.
Any other nominations
No
for
questions.
vice president? Hearing none, all in favor of Eric being vice president, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Don't forget treasurer.
We'll move on to, I would nominate Mitch Reynolds to be our treasurer.
Second.
And all in favor of approval of that, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Also, I'd like to retain Tammy as our secretary.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Tammy, you're stuck with us for another year.
Okay.
Any comments from the board? Hearing none, I look for a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn the meeting.